Alright, my kimchi kumers, welcome back to Road to Kim Jong-gi. I'm going bald. um, I don't know. Is kimchi Korean, actually? It starts with a K, so it must be, right? That's pretty legit. But I really wish I didn't make this fucking bullet as tiny as it is. But maybe it's like irony, right? Where this guy's shooting something at something. This guy's shooting a very tiny bullet with a very extravagant setup for something that probably should have had this shot at it. Now, what am I gonna draw? Well, first I want to determine scale in my mind, right? This thing I'm going to draw, it's very large. It's like fucking towers over them, right? Like it goes way above if it's right next to them. But because it's much further away, I gotta think about how I'm going to draw it. Because scale is important, right? So how can I determine scale? Yeah, like, subscribe, or fuck off. Yeah, I guess that's my thing, right? I don't care, but I do. Right, that shit. But yeah, I mean, like the fucking video. At least do that, you waste man. Or woman, because, both genders can be pieces of shits and not retain their attention to my videos, right? Some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyways, like, subscribe, or just like and fuck off. Literally just like the video or dislike the video. Any engagement is good engagement, right? I don't need you. I just need your button clicks and for you to keep my videos on in the background. On mute, of course, because my voice is grating to the ear. Okay, how the fuck do I want to do this? Because I don't even know how to draw this thing. I'm thinking I don't want to say what I'm drawing until I get to it, because obviously that's like a little surprise. But I also need to keep in mind what that commenter said about keeping it like that detail lesser in the background compared to the foreground. So scale is going to be difficult, but again, I also have to think about the horizon line. So how big do I want this thing? I really gotta think about scale. Okay, so if it's shooting, the thing's gonna be roughly around here. Maybe I can make it even smaller, like that. And maybe I can have like a hill. Right? Something like this. Like a hill right around there. Okay, that works. Yeah. It goes down. This is like, I guess, the landscape that I'm gonna... There you go. Okay, so that's the scale, right? And actually, to make the scale even a bit more legit, what we could do is... Yeah, okay, this is exactly what we're gonna do. So we know how big this is when it's right here. So we can start making it a lot smaller. Right? So now you see like this versus that, and of course we're going to be following the the landscape. Right. This way it'll make it a lot easier to understand exactly where... I mean, I'm hoping it'll make it a lot easier to understand the sizing of these little cement blocks. I think it's all about reference, right? If we have some sort of reference as to the scale, right? Jesus. So maybe that makes it easier, right? So now we know, okay, it's kind of... And like these, this will obviously be much smaller. Much smaller, right? Yeah, when I showed my girlfriend this and my sister, they're like, oh, they really like the grass that I did. But I feel as if they're just fucking with me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this grass, bro. Literally have no idea. But again, what they've already, I think my girlfriend especially has already said that like amateurs are not gonna know, right? Or not even amateurs. It's like a beginner. A beginner is not gonna know what makes a good texture or whatever. If it looks relatively like the thing, it is relatively like the thing, right? Right. So again, like more detail on these maybe. Yeah, drawing from imagination is really fun, but it's also crazy how much forethought it requires. I mean, it's not surprising, especially because I'm drawing in pen. But this is why I draw in pen, right? It's forced me to really think before I put a mark down, and now that I've put the mark down, I feel a lot more confident. Because look at this, I think I've already created a pretty decent sense of scale here, right? And now the thing about to draw here will be much. It'll make a lot more sense, right? And I'm about to draw something here as well. And here we can make it a bit bigger because what this thing I'm about to draw here is, it makes sense that there would be a lot of vegetation and stuff around it. I wonder if somebody's already guessed what I'm about to do, right? We'll see if there's some like-minded individuals in the chat. I mean, if you watch my channel, you're definitely a fucking retard. If you listen or watch, right? You have to have something wrong in your head, right? Oh, I love it when a retard draws and says things in this really annoying voice, right? That's basically like probably what you enjoy. You definitely probably watched Filthy Frank at one point. Not that I have his sense of humor, right? But again, I'm trying to keep my lines and my fingers very loose, very, very loose. Not too loose. Okay, see, I think that creates a decent sense of scale. Right, and then like these are gonna be especially tiny. Right, so now we know, like, okay, like this is pretty fucking big, and that's really small. It's sort of leading up to it, right? And I guess maybe I can add one more right here to really, like, this is like slightly a bit bigger compared to what we have there, right? So, and then again, if this shading is something I'm sticking with over here, then then we could do the exact same thing. Let's see. That doesn't look that bad. I don't think I've ruined anything here by doing it like that, right? But then we can do the exact same thing very slightly, like, okay, like you see it a little bit. Does the lighting in this picture make sense? No, but does it have to? Not right now, because that's not what I'm learning. That's not what I'm practicing, that's not what I'm learning. I'm just thinking about form, scale, horizon line. And then here it's like, let's just say the lights are really on it. So yeah, that's what's happening, right? Same thing with, I guess, the grass. We can, as they say, your ass is grass. So we can start making really tiny clumps similar to this, but again, now it's super sparse, right? This is just sort of what I'm, where I'm getting this sort of approach is just, sort of things I've been exposed to, little things I paid attention to, my own sort of approach in the sense that this is just what I think makes sense, right? I guess I can explain my thought process, which is, well, if there's a lot of grass clumped here, and then if we're just making it less so here, it's kind of the detail. If there's less detail in the background in which we're trying to give scale, then it makes sense in the sense that, okay, we clearly see more of what's happening here than we do see of this guy. Like this girl has more detail on her than this guy has, and this thing has less detail, and now these little like cement blocks have less detail, and the grass is like it's less not less clumped together, but the details are more sparse is what I'm trying to think of, right? Like again, like here I can add a bit more, I think, right? We can, because it's like, okay, that's a bit closer, but as we get further, and I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. Like I want to be very clear that I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel as if it's starting to, thanks to that commenter and just my interpretation of the advice they gave, which is more detail on the foreground, more detail on things I want to be more important, less detail on things I want to be less important. Just from that, I feel as if I'm able to just do a little bit, right? And it's not much, but there you go. There you go, right? Like, okay, now we have, I believe, a better sense of scale, right? Scale, that specific voice. And again, I need to have a line practice specifically just for like these fast lines, because I can't do that without obviously it being very shoddy, faint, right? That's for something else. You'll probably understand afterwards, and maybe it's not even perfect, right? And then we can have some diversity, because that's really important. You know, if I wanted more views, I'd bleach my skin white, but unfortunately, the economy is tough right now. I don't have the means. It's unfortunate. What can you do? And I'm also trying to like think quick on my feet when it comes to this drawing for imagination. Like obviously I want to take my time, but yeah, I feel as if this was pretty decent. Like I think I've created a pretty good yeah, sort of representation of what I was trying to do. It's still very messy, but this is how we start, right? So let me rest my brain. And I think I've finally gotten, this is actually a pretty good sense of scale. So I'm going to draw this thing here. I'm probably going to do a bit of drawing over, but I don't want it to, I'll try not to make it affect this too much. But again, I wanted to establish the scale. This is not the horizon, obviously, which is why we can see the top roughly of it. The horizon line's like right around there. There's obviously some things with the perspective that's probably off, right? And honestly, if I wanted to be the horizon, maybe I should have done it here, but I don't know. I'm still figuring things out. I'm still figuring things out. So yeah, let me rest my brain. All right, so now the real question is, which direction do I want this thing to be looking? Right, do we want it to be looking at this dipshit who's looking at this dipshit who's looking at this dipshit? Right, it could be like, or actually, I was originally thinking I wanted it to be looking at her, right? So it's kind of like wherever you look, this person, you're kind of, even though they're kind of technically looking at us, right? Like this guy's looking at us. It's kind of, when I showed to my family, they said like they understood what's going on. It's like he's pew-pewing him, or she's pew-pewing him. He's shooting there. He's holding a gun. So they're actually able to see decently, which is good. Like that means like okay, like things are becoming more and more readable as time goes on. This confused them because you see how this is like blending together. Like they didn't know that, they couldn't tell that this flag was attached to this person's helmet. They thought like this and this were connected, and I understand that now, right? Because the values are pretty similar. But yeah, like this looks like one thing. It's hard to see that it's attached to this guy's head, right? Can't really see that, but it's what it is. Okay, before I move on, I guess maybe I should just add a couple more. Honestly, rocks aren't even that hard anymore, in the sense that it makes it, rocks, when you realize they're kind of just blocky boxes that have random shit cut out of it, it makes it a lot easier to just draw them, This is like, okay, it's starting to look a bit more legit. See, I'm just trying to establish more scale, hopefully, again, for this. Right? So, yeah, that's what it is. trying to make sense of it all. And I love how, like, when I look at my older videos, I can tell when my thumb is being tense. That's what led up to my thumb getting randomly sore, which is why it's a good thing I'm focusing so much on it being light. Like, you can tell, look, when I'm really clamping down on it over here versus when I'm relaxed, right? So, okay, let's draw this thing. Let's have it looking at him or her. Now, I don't know how to draw this at all. And I think I need to make it a bit smaller head-wise. Yeah, like, I don't know how to draw it at all. That's why I need to... The lines have to be very intentional as well. And it's good because this way I can actually practice this thing afterwards. At one point, not right now. They do have a workout for this actually at ArtWad, but that's down the line. It's probably a bit more clear what I'm drawing right now. Probably have an idea of what I'm trying to draw. At the very least, let's do like this, because sometimes the designs can have something like that. Right, that'll also help me fill some things in. And again, like, I'm trying to find that balance between good detail and bad, or like the appropriate amount of detail, right? This is why these thin lines are so important to get down. But I think just roughly understanding it should hopefully give me something to work with, right? There. That's not too bad. It's not amazing, but it's not too bad. Now we just need to... I would like to do something inside the mouth area, but at the same time, I don't want to... Like, this is very precarious, right? So maybe we can even have something like... Yeah, let's just leave it at like this for now. I'm not gonna try to probably have more ridges, actually. We can actually have maybe little bumps here. Yeah, I want this thing scaled to be pretty good. I was gonna add something here, but maybe now that the head is this big, we can make the entire body something more interesting. So what kind of ear do we want to give this thing? You see how these thin lines are so important? Okay, what's like an intimidating ear? Probably something that's a bit cut off, right? And then it's maybe something like that. Like, it's been through war, I guess you could say, right? I'm not gonna say what this is until it's like really obvious, but at this point it's probably a bit obvious, right? I mean, you could probably guess what I'm intending to draw. And honestly, we could literally even have part of its design be in its ears, an eye, right? This is also how it scares its prey. If my lines are clean enough, which it isn't, so it's a work in progress. But hey, one day when my lines look how fucking shaky my hand is, bro. Look at that shit. But yeah, one day when my lines are clean enough, it will be a different story. It will be a prem kahani, as they say, of death, destruction. I just said love story in Hindi, but that's a bit better. What the hell did I do here? Oh, I think it's much darker. I tried. So that's the ears. That's nice. I like that design. It kind of gets rid of the expectations. We can even have another horn, like a spike. Like, oh shit. See how important it is to have smooth lines that connect properly? It doesn't look amazing, but I'm trying, right? You can add a little bit of form indications here. Right. This wasn't good, really, but maybe I can make it a bit thicker like that. I should be able to actually fraud this a little. Like so. There you go. Now I can do the same thing here. See, so it's just working with mistakes. You see, now this doesn't look as bad. It sounds like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. It was part of the design. But I don't want to get too caught up in the details right now. Of course. It's just about sort of adding little things here and there. Right. So you can probably guess what this is, so I might as well say it. This is I'm in the process of trying to create a dragon surveyor. Good old fairy tale, right? Korewa sorewa orewa natsu dragon slayer son, that type of shit, right? So yeah, I mean, fairy tale is still the fucking goat in my opinion. Not for reasons that others would say, like, oh, the fucking friendship power, that fucking gay ass shit, or what else? The booby tail is what my friend used to call it, booby tail, because of the annoying ass amount of fan service. But okay, so I know in that video Antonio said dragon's neck is basically a cylinder, so it's a manipulated cylinder at that, so we don't need to see the entire neck. It could go like this, and then the body could span here and the wings could span there. So yeah, we don't need to see the entire thing. That's pretty clear, right? So what type of contour do I want? Maybe something like this, right? And we could have like little breaks. Yeah, see, this looks more serpent-like. Dragons can be pretty serpent-like. So we can just... Maybe that's a bit too deep out, but I'm committed now, right? Yeah, I should have been more here, so actually... Well, if I make this thicker, it'll make more sense. It'll be like, okay, well... Okay, see, now it's like, okay, this is just a chunky ass neck. He trains his neck, much like myself. But yeah, see, like I think this is a decent amount of detail that I'm giving it. Not too much, not too little. Obviously, still figuring things out, right? And we'll lessen the detail as in specific areas, which still makes it look, again, because this thing has a big scale, so my understanding is you still want to give it some detail, but nothing that makes it feel as if this is popping out in comparison to this. Values? What do I know about them? Absolutely fucking nothing. What I do know is that, okay, so if we're gonna go like this, so that means there you go. There you go. Look at that. That is scale. That is not skill, by the way. Scale. Scale. So let me rest my brain, and we'll see where this goes. I'm actually very excited. Right. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the wings, because now that this guy ended up becoming much bigger. Yeah, I don't want the wing to muddy up here. I know it could definitely go that way. Maybe this will just be, maybe we can have the wing go up like this, right? Like, so that way it's also cut off a bit, but that way it can come up and then come down a little bit here, and we'll see, and this will come up and come down much more here. Yeah, it's kind of like, this is the thing, right? It's like you're the cinematographer. That's what Kim Jung-gi is, and a lot of the people who draw scenes like this say, which is you're kind of just, the page is just capturing a frame, right? And you're just seeing it. And I am seeing this, which is the crazy part. I'm vaguely having an idea and I'm just following through on it. And that's what happens when you drill fundamentals and then actually decide to stop being a waste man and fucking draw from imagination. But it's not bad. Anyways, let me rest my brain. Yeah, for not knowing what a dragon looks like, this is actually pretty okay in my opinion. You know, it's not too bad at all. Now I just need to very carefully, let's relax my hand, fill this in very carefully, because the teeth we don't need to see the inside of its mouth. It doesn't make sense that the inside of the mouth is white. See, it's already making a huge difference. Part of this is just literally my eyesight being not amazing. I mean, I supposedly have 20/20 vision, but I don't know, maybe I've never had eyesight issues, but it's not as if I can see every little fine detail. This fucking mouth, right? See, that's so that's not bad. I'm gonna keep the pupils white. I feel as if that makes it really intimidating, you know? Fuck it, let's just fix this. There you go. Whatever. And if you're wondering where I got the horn idea designs from, I just remember Arn Billen, I believe, Bien, I don't know. He's an instructor at Artwad, right? He does something called Teaching Tuesdays, although he's sick right now, so I hope he gets better. But I remember I randomly tuned in on one of them like a month ago, and he was just showcasing an example on how to indicate form, and during that example, or no, like somebody was asking about feedback on their dragon design, right? Because they have a course on that, and he basically was talking about like skewing the perspective a bit, and I don't even think I've I've really taken in a lot of what he said, but all I remember is that he added horns to his dragon, and I kind of remembered how he did it. So that's it. Yeah, again, see, like this is fucked, but some people seem to really like my style, even though I don't even know what my style is, to be honest. I feel as if my style is just an over-rendered mess, because I don't really focus on that. Okay, I think that looks a bit better. Right. We just need to get rid of these white spots. Again, breaking the narrative, getting rid of the whites, right? They would have been very happy to hear that in the 1800s. But nowadays, there's a lot of dissent. Okay, let's just do a little bit of that. Right? Okay. And I guess we can give them nostrils. So, well, actually, maybe we should make them a bit. The shots should be a bit bigger, right? I don't know if that made it worse or better, but we'll leave it as it is. This isn't like, this is just fucking attempt number 1, right? There we go. This is how you get scales, I guess. Oh, we have to follow the form though, right? So there you go. Now it looks 3-dimensional. So that's what I didn't do here, actually. I didn't follow the form. That's why this looks flat. Can this be fixed? I don't think so. I didn't follow the form. That's another thing that I had to keep in mind, which I didn't, is I didn't follow the form. So that's why this looks pretty 2-dimensional here, but I think I'm fixing it here, hopefully. Yeah, it's a bit better here. Right? And we can just do this. Follow the form again. Again, gotta relax my hand. That's another thing, right? Every error is when I don't relax my hand. I've technically drawn a snake once. That was from reference, and it was okay. There you go. A scaly piece of shit, right? It's unfortunate that it doesn't translate well here at all, and I'm still wondering, maybe there's something that can be done, perhaps. Right? Am I gonna ruin it? Maybe, maybe not. About to see. We're about to see. Because if I just add some form indications here, and then I know there's a lot of messy things happening right now. This is me like frantically trying to fix it, but it's not happening. I think I should just leave it. That probably just made it worse. Who knows though? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it did make a difference. Right? There you go. Something like that. Okay, whatever. I think I'm making it. I'm literally think I'm making it worse as time goes on. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Cool. I mean, if that's the case, might as well make this darker too. Right? I guess that's something. Okay. Again, we gotta chill on the detail. This is just to imply, hopefully, that something is happening here. I wish I made these eyes a bit angrier. Whatever. This dragon is mid, so it's fine. Okay, now we gotta think about its arms, which is a cylinder. Maybe this thing is flying in the air? Or maybe I'm just gonna draw over. Because hey, Who cares? We're not so attached to this, right? So that's where this arm's gonna go, and then this arm's gonna go here, I guess. No, wait. I'm trying to think. How long has it been? I've been at this for half an hour, bro, but I haven't drawn shit. I haven't fucking drawn anything. But I guess that's the artistic process. So we have one arm here. We could have one arm, like, reaching out a bit more, right? And it's resting on top of this. We can make a little bit bigger, I guess. For scale purposes, because that's, I guess, a bit further back. That's a bit more forward. Yeah, okay, so now we just gotta think about how we want to make this connect. Right, something like that. So this is... that's the body. So have the body go back like so. And this is where the wings will come out from. Right, and then we can exit it into a tail like this. Okay, that's cool. It's not amazing, but it's pretty cool, I guess. But is it about being amazing? Absolutely not. Right, and then we can have... gotta think about the form, right? Oh, relax my fingers. Again, like, this is, I guess, just my interpretation of what a scaly arm would look like. Right, is it accurate? Probably not. But again, I'm trying not to over-render. Look at that. That white space, I feel as it really makes a difference, you know? It looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Your opinion is shit. Well, that's why I said my opinion. You see how I'm creating false narratives? It's incredible. It's like a cylinder, basically. So we just need to indicate that, obviously. Right, and this is a bit thinner, so we'll just... Is it perfect? Of course not, but this is... I keep saying that shit. This is like how I cope. Is it perfect? No, no, trust me. Right, if I keep acknowledging that it's not good, then nobody else can say it's bad. Okay, now we gotta think about like a bird when it comes to this, right? But even birds have, I guess, more girthy fucking... Yeah, and because this is closer, I think I can be a bit heavier with the line weight, right? I know the form is pretty off here, but hey, let's just add some form indications. Indicate form. Antonio, am I making you proud? I'm indicating form. Indicate everywhere. Indicate on the floor. Now we just need to outline this so it's a bit more readable. Do I know what the word readable means when it comes to art? No, but I'm just going to say it and do it like I know what I'm saying and doing. That makes sense. And I guess we can add some shadow right here, right? Right. Okay, I guess. The arm looks really wonky. I know I didn't really connect it properly at all. But this is how you learn, right? Right now we're just trying to create something that looks believable. Believable. This is why I'm going heavier with the line weight. Let's just fill this in, because obviously like this one's gonna look really wonky because I didn't think about the fact that I might be drawing an arm over here. Or maybe I did, I just didn't give a shit. I think I might have honestly already considered it, but I just didn't care, you know? But hey, this is my vision, apparently, so... And this thing only, let's just say it only has these two front legs, right? That could be something interesting. We really got to think about the form that's being indicated here. Like, this is where contour manipulation comes into clutch, because you can just understand what's happening, right? Now we can make these lines a bit thinner. There you go. And we can, I don't know, what do we want to end this tail as? What's something we can end this tail as? Right? I think this actually sets the scale pretty decently, to be honest. It's not incredible. I actually want to add something here as well, but I don't know if I can do it within the hour-long mark, right? Or maybe I can. Maybe this is actually a great way to force me to really just make the lines that are necessary, right? Maybe it can be done. Because right now, then I can just think about form indication. And we can finish this in 3 hours today. Right, so this can have more detail because it's closer, and then it slowly gets less and less. Right, maybe a bit more shadow here, right, more crevices, but then we don't really see that anymore as it goes further. Yeah, I know these arms look wonky, especially this one looks really wonky, because I didn't make this as thin either, right? It's not as fluid in that sense, but that's okay. That's a decision I have to live with, right? Same thing here, you know? Add a bunch of these, because it's more detail and we're thinking about the contour, right? Same thing. Gotta fucking think about the contour. Maybe I didn't do a perfect job. I definitely didn't do a perfect job, but we can fix that just by adding these little crevices. These little, I don't know what these would be, but there, more detail there. Still looks relatively 3D, not really, but we can work on that. At least I know what it is that needs work, right? It's like this fine balance of knowing it and also trying to work fast enough to keep it at that level, right? Cool. This is just like little lines here I can add. So what do we want to do with the tail? The two dragons' tails usually end like dragon tail, dragon tail, dragon tail. My sister loved that show. I liked it a lot as a kid too, but she always sends me like little nostalgic bits about it, which is nice. Cool. I think this is maybe a bit better than what I did before in terms of readability. Tell me, random commenter, is this a bit better? Right? I'm trying to keep eyes here, and that's a bit further away. I tried to keep scale. Now it feels as if the scale is lost again. Also because like these things don't look that attached, right? And I mean, I guess here there definitely should be some more of an outline, right? There you go, because it's closer after all. There you go. That made a difference. You know, line weight is important from what I know. Do I know what line weight is? No. Am I butchering it as we butchering it? Of course, of course. But makes all the difference apparently. Yeah, see, there you go. This is thinner, and then it gets thicker here, and then we bring it down. Okay, cool. And then I guess even here we can make this a little bit thicker. And then same thing like this is thick, 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 and then yeah, thin, thin, thin. Cool. Right? I don't know. Did that ruin it? Maybe. No fucking idea. I don't know what to do with it. This thing shouldn't have back legs. Honestly, I don't want it to have back legs. I want it to be like a fucking retarded dragon. It walks like this. It doesn't have wings anymore. I got rid of the wings. I just realized I got rid of the fucking wings. Okay, let's just give it a. Yeah, let's just make the tail like that. Whatever. There you go. So now we can follow it back. Wait. Cool. Okay, again, like thin lines, right? I say as I make the thickest fucking lines in the world. Oh, what am I doing, bro? What am I doing? I guess this is like the illusion of detail, right? Dragon tail, dragon tail. Oh, I got that song stuck in my head. Dragon, sure. I mean, yeah, I should have added wings. I completely forgot about the wings. But it's what it is. I know there's a lot of amateurness in my art. I'm well aware, don't worry. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but it's okay. This is how we explore, right? I know the thing is just knowing the mistakes that I'm making is also helpful for next time, but who knows? Who knows? I think I got scaled down decently. Maybe I should add like a back leg here. No, I don't want to though. I don't want to. I just think it's funny that this thing looks like this. Right? Just gotta keep these lines a bit thinner. And there you go. Something like that. There you go. Let's make it a pointy tail too. There you go. Okay, let me rest my brain. It's been almost 50 minutes. And I guess I have an idea. I just want to add something small here and then we'll call it a day. Right? This wasn't an amazing drawing by any means, but I'm just playing around having fun. And you know what? It's not bad for that. So yeah, I think scale was achieved, possibly, right? Who knows, maybe. Yeah, this is not a dragon. It's So, and this just looks weird now. There you go, something like that. Did I make it worse? Maybe, who knows, who cares? It's okay, I guess. It's whatever. It's what it is. There's probably more shadow here, actually. Because, you know. I don't know why there would be shadow, but I guess we're adding it now. I guess we're just adding shadow in random places now. Sure. I mean, if that's the case, fuck it. Let's add some shadows here. Do I know what shadows are? No. Do I know how they work? Absolutely not. Am I still gonna butcher this drawing even more so than I already have? 100%. 100%. Why? Because I can't seem to fucking keep my hands steady. Steady. Okay, whatever. I guess that's it. Yeah, it's getting muddied again. It's hilarious how I seem to have a fucking knack for just making all my drawings blend together and not know anywhere to focus. It's incredible. I think that's a skill in of itself, to just have absolutely zero fucking idea how to compose a scene. It's incredible. I'm not angry at myself. Trust me, don't worry, I'm not angry at all. Yes, I'm quite elated, actually. There you go. Right, whatever. Yeah, like I don't even know where to look. I created a fucking monstrosity, but hopefully the scale. I'm just gonna keep using the word scale as if it means something. Yes, hopefully scale. Hopefully scale. Hopefully scale. Now here's what I wanted to draw. In the background, something like this. Right. When in doubt, put a fucking building for scale. And it doesn't have to be anything impressive. Right? It can just be... There you go, I'm setting the... a window or something, right? This one's obviously broken, so I'm just gonna draw, yeah, like broken glass. Again, I wish I just need to work, not I wish, there's no wishing, it's all skill. I just need to work on my penmanship, right? Loose, confident, but very thin lines. It's gonna take time, it's gonna take a lot of time. There you go, and then we can just do something like... Right, didn't really follow the perspective there as well as I should have, but that's when you can just kind of bullshit. Something like that. Who knows? And maybe they had a flag that's broken now, and we can make it... Oh, perfect! We can make it this flag. Incredible. We can literally make it this flag. So this thing is actually coming after them, right? And there's infighting going on while it's coming after them. So... kind of fucked that flag up, but it's okay. What is it, a dick? Yes. Without a doubt, it was in fact a penis. There you go. There you go. There's lore. We've created a fucking story. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Yeah, so this guy missed. Clearly, he's missed. Oh, that's actually really cool. I'm a fucking god. Holy shit. I'm actually a fucking genius. Oh my god. You should hire me to do everything. Now let's just add some bricks, because I'm bricked up. Actually don't know what that means. I think it means I'm horny. Literally at the age where I don't understand new age slang. Which is telling. What the fuck? I'm only 27 too. It's fucking sad. Okay. Okay, I think I saved this just by creating that building. It actually looks, it looks pretty, what the fuck am I doing with my hand? It looks pretty composed. Yeah, it's quite, it looks pretty composed. This is still really, could have been better, much better. But I feel as if I created decent scale. I feel as if I've, oh, and so that's where this shit is coming out of, right? These little blocks, again, create more scale. We could even have something like, right? Broken windows, because they tried their hardest, but they could not beat this beast, right? We'll make the inside dark for ominous purposes. Right, same thing here. No, they just couldn't fight against this monster. They couldn't. And okay, that's one pattern. What's another pattern we can do? Well, I completely fucked up the perspective, but perhaps. Okay, I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Right. And then here we could have some sort of tiling, so we could do something like, again, it's not perfect, did mess some things up. I want this just to be straight. Try to get in between the lines. Again, it's not perfect, but I'm gonna keep saying that over and over, apparently. It's clearly a cope, right? It's not perfect. If I acknowledge it's not perfect, then you can also, or like you won't have the ability to hold me accountable for my shit art. Right? It's a genius tactic. It's like those artists who are extremely insecure and be like, guys, this is such a bad drawing. And everybody's like, no, you're actually amazing. Oh my god, I'm nutting. Right? Same shit. Mine is just subconscious because I subconsciously hate myself. They willingly hate themselves. So we are not the same. Okay. That's pretty cool. And I think we can even add something like this. Right? For some more visual parity. There you go. There's like little ledges and shit. And even they have cracks. Right? Maybe like a balcony or something, right? Same thing here, maybe a taller balcony. See? And then we can have the other side too. Wonderful, nice, nice. So there you go. We've created a bit more of a story, which is pretty fucking awesome, right? This still ended up becoming way more detailed than I wanted it to, right? I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. It feels as if this side should possibly be darker, maybe. Oh, there you go. That actually adds a much more intense shadow. Ooh, that looks cool. That looks a lot cooler. Do I know why? Of course not. Of course I don't know why. I fucking haven't learned anything apparently these 2.5 years. But, oh, let's add the little, yeah, this flag. I'm gonna keep posting this shit to the ArtWad Discord too. People, I'm always throwing in dicks for some reason. Every fucking one of my drawings that I keep, except the monkey one that I did, or the ogre, orc, whatever you want to call it, with like the interesting perspective. But yeah, it's just funny. Okay, what else do I know about buildings? What other textures? We can actually do this. Right, if I think about the form, then it's... Right, and then we can do... Yeah, this is actually not what I wanted to do. I ended up making a mistake, but it's okay. And then we can just add 2 here. Right. The whole point is you want some semblance of logic. Right? So you added 3 there, so I just gotta add 3 everywhere else. It's an accident, but you can make the accidents work. There you go, see? Now that looks like some sort of netting thing, I guess. And what can we do here? I don't know, I'm just making shit up as I go, clearly. Oh, this should be dark. I know I added cracks to it, but it makes more sense for this to be in shadow, I think. And I should also make the balcony and the form of the tower stand out. Right? Something like that. I wanna... Maybe I shouldn't have drawn the flag on it, but maybe falling down, but it's what it is. Right? This does make me curious about what the story is too, like what's going on in this scene, right? It's pretty interesting. So, at least for me, I guess. There you go. And we can just make this black as well. See, oh, I'm tensing my thumb again, so that's an error. And there you go. You gotta make it a bit more rounded, so it's actually is 3-dimensional. That doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. How do you add burn marks, actually? I want to add burn marks to this thing. So like this is what Kim Jung-gi does, right? Where he like rubs it. So he does something like, I think this, and then he puts his finger and then he rubs it, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, how do we indicate that this thing was like burned? Yeah, you lick your fingers and then you add a bunch of, I guess, so is this something like... Shit, that's like too much fucking licking, Jesus. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Oh, fuck it. This probably didn't help. I don't know. Did I make it worse? When in doubt, keep making it worse. Whatever, let's just everywhere. There you go. I guess it's a bit burnt now. I could actually even add a little bit of a maybe smoke. Like fire, right? Coming out of it. Do I know what smoke looks like? No, but I guess this will at least indicate that it's been absolutely fucked, right? And then I could do a little bit of that too. Is that working? Nobody knows if it's working. But I guess that's something, right? I don't know what the fuck I just did there, but ayo! Alright, good drawing, I guess. I think I definitely improved for sure the amount of white space that I used, but 100% this is not this is the line work on this is too much, I think, and the line weight is also too much. But I think the scale is pretty decent, to be honest. Like I think I definitely got the scale down a lot better. I think I definitely got the breathability of the this white space really allows things to flow, and I'm excited to see where it goes in the future. Right? We can actually even try to make it like, oh, these guys ran away here. Maybe like this is their last defense. Right? He's an idiot because he's just shooting at his own tower. But again, like these tiny little rocks and stuff will be a great indicator. Right, because now we know, like, oh, okay, it's kind of leading here, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Again, like the more shit we have here, it's getting slightly bigger. A little bit of that rendering is happening, right? Maybe we can even have one here, right? A little bit more of that rendering happening. But overall, not bad. I think there's some perspective. There's definitely perspective issues. There's definitely scale issues, line issues, blah, 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 blah. An artist's worst critic is himself and all the commenters that will be saying this is shit, of course, because I'm not just alone anymore. I have a goddamn army of people who hate my art and my personality. That's great. So with that being said, like, subscribe. Yes, please do like, subscribe for Duragan-sama, right? Duragan. He wears a do-rag. Oh, fuck, I should have added a do-rag. But maybe like some more intense. Ooh. Oh, Mr. Dragon, please. Oh, there you go. That's pretty cool. And then I can just follow that up here, right? Make it less and less over time. Spread it out. Right, following the form. And now it's just like really minimal here. Cool. Did I make it worse? Possibly. But does it look cool? I think it looks decent. Right? Let's make that horn stand out a bit more. And then we can just give that some space. There you go. Here it needs to be darker as well, maybe. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, but I say as I just fucking continuously keep adding shit. Stop it! It's done! It's done! I can't fucking stop. Okay, leave it. Oh, but like it needs to naturally go down naturally. There. See, there you go. Now it's natural. That's much more natural. Right? Same thing here, like There you go. That's more natural. Let's have a little bit more here. There you go. Okay. Well, I'm done. Don't touch it. Leave it. It's done. The fucking drawing is over. You're fucking done. Goddamn it. You're done. So yes. With that being said, as always, I mean, I hope this was enjoyable. At least my fucking pain. I mean, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun with this. It's you. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but yeah, when you just kind of dick around and enjoy it, even if you can acknowledge that this looks retarded as shit, because where the fuck are his back legs? It's still very fun, right? I'm sure the first thing my sister or my girlfriend or anybody show this to me, like, why does he only have two legs? I'll be like, artist choice, artist stylistic choice, right? So it goes to show how powerful this cunt is, because he was able to destroy a tower and make them fight amongst each other purely by just having 2 legs, 2 front arms, and no wings. literally fucking walks like this. Let's just say he can't breathe fire either, and those horns are actually made out of plastic. It goes to show how pathetic these guys are too. So yeah, with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing and please give me money. Thank you. I do have a Patreon now. It gives you no value, but you know, give me $5 a month. It'll help pay nothing, but it will feel good. So thank you. But yeah, keep drawing and please give me money. All that shit. Goodbye. Thank you.